As a society, we're dealing with a lot of big problems right now. We're dealing with climate change, we're dealing with ecosystem degradation on a massive scale, we're dealing with almost certain disruptions to food security. And it's something that a lot of people would really like to be part of the solution, provided that it doesn't negatively impact their quality of life. So, how do we do that? It turns out that growing your own food is something that really can have a significant effect on all of those things without negatively impacting your quality of life. You get food out of the deal, you get better groceries, better quality food. But how do we get there? There's a lot of barriers to entry. The big one, of course, being time. Typically, a garden can often take 2 to 3 hours a day of labor and maintenance. There's also a barrier of aesthetics. People want a garden that looks nice, something that they can feature. And then there's the knowledge barrier. People don't always know how to garden. There's a lot of knowledge there that you need. This is where a Leer garden comes in. A Leer garden is designed to bring gardening into the 21st century. A Leer garden was created by combining a number of different food production and soil creation technologies, and in such a way that they were designed to work together holistically, where everything functions as a whole. And what this does is it closes a lot of the labor gaps that require human labor in other gardens. It was also designed to be simple. The simplicity of design was something that was very important in creating this, and what that does is it hides a lot of the equipment and brings to the forefront a lot of options for aesthetic design, something that can be really a feature in a backyard, not just something that's kind of there and a bit of an eyesore. So this is something that can really have an impact on an individual's household and the environment. So how does a Leer garden compare to other gardening methods out there? Whether it's the watering and the weeding or the testing of water chemistry and adding of nutrients, most garden systems require some level of daily or almost daily maintenance. Through a process that I have patent pending on, a Leer garden uses a combination of mechanical and biological systems to really close as many of those loops as possible so that daily maintenance tasks aren't required. Another advantage of a Leer garden is in the inputs. Most gardens require a fair amount of fertilizer. A Leer garden functions on processing yard waste, kitchen waste, and fish food into fertilizer for the plants, and so it doesn't require or even need any other fertilizer. It's completely organic. It doesn't even require pesticides and herbicides. So these are all ways that this kind of pulls together and creates something that I think will have heavy demand. So what's the business model? With the desire to really create something that is a feature in someone's backyard, something that's going to fit their architecture, something that's going to fit their personal preferences, something that's going to fit their style, we're actually rolling this out as a service, something where we can come in and design a garden for them to fit their individual space. We can build the garden for them, and it's something that, because of the very low daily maintenance tasks of it, if they desire, if they're not comfortable with their knowledge base of how to operate a Leer garden, it's something where they can actually get a service plan, something we can have various levels of a monthly service plan to help them keep their system functioning optimally and running the way it really needs to run. So the last part I wanted to talk about is my team. Right now, the main part of the team is me, Edmund Williams. I'm a civil engineer by profession, so the design concept where you come in and do a custom design is something that's very familiar with me. I'm also a sustainability expert, so understanding the sustainability aspects of a system like this is something that I have a good level of experience in. I have built the garden that you see behind me. I built it by my own hands, so I'm good at building as well. And I also have a leadership background, so building a team around this as it grows out is going to be something that's going to be real easy for me. The rest of my team right now is composed of Patrick O'Connell. Patrick O'Connell is my hacker. He's a really top-notch computer guy who's good at pulling together systems and making sure that they get automated and function in a way that's going to be really productive. Thank you for your time.